cosmic evil will be eradicated next month. Fully eradicated. To align with this system, our solar system, and its path as it traverses into the photonic belt, more fully in line with Alcyon, the great central sun. And all that will remain in our reality, in this lowest harmonic universe of the lower vibrations of the third dimension, all that will remain are the echoes of this evil. And the great majority of people, as they are awakening, they will not only be provided with evidence of concrete evil, but they will hear the resonant echoes of this cosmic evil. And it will shake them to their core. It will be sufficient enough to awaken them to the realization that a new path in their life is necessary. And that awakening will be hijacked by the powers that be, the non-indigenous entities, the Elohim worship cult, the aliens, interdimensional aliens, pirates, cosmic pirates, and their expertise will hijack this awakening. And they will create, at least here in the United States and all other types of countries that follow that paradigm of the crown, a renaissance, a new Christianity. It will be sufficient enough to take this energy of awakening from the masses, from the majority of people, and it will funnel it into their designs. A new Christianity to go to war with Islam. And they will have their war of Gog and Magog and their end times battle. That is a warning from the Umbanda New Earth Ashram to whomever has the ears to hear and the eyes to see. And it's as best as I could do. It's a warning, but be not deceived, for even the elect in the end times will be deceived. Be rather a conduit that is directing the divine God force flow into mundane existence, into this lowest realm. Be a person who is able to live the real meaning of Kabbalah and ritual magic. And when I say Kabbalah, when I say ritual magic, I'm talking about theurgy, I'm talking about divine power. When I say Kabbalah, I'm talking about a path to ultimate realization, ascending and descending of divinity. I'm talking about your salvation that you must strive for, that you must achieve. I'm talking about a santero, a santera. I'm talking about priests and priestesses of your own soul path, your own initiatory system that conjoins and deals with the ancient earth mysteries. For example, in Nigeria, the land of the Yoruba people. In Brazil, there is the Macumba. In Cuba, La Cumi. Santiera in Spanish means worship of the saints. You are a saint. You are a conduit for the divine God force if you would but realize that. Perhaps this is too idealistic to leverage as practical information. This is too impractical for you right now. That you cannot stop thinking self without selfishness. that this is too outside of the pale of understanding of what your fellows agree upon. You may be right. It may be a bad idea to change yourself into a conduit, into a being who gives and lives for others without discretion, because giving to selfish people can sometimes do the people you're giving to more harm than good. And there are plenty who will selfishly take, and there needs to be discretion as to who to give to and how. And this is where you are perhaps in your transitional period, this liminal boundary, your learning phase, in a transitional phase. But this is where you must set yourself apart, where God has set you apart. This is a monastic period in your life where you take control of your boundaries, reinforce your boundaries. This is what living in a monastery or a spiritual community is all about, dear viewer, because we all of us have both a selfish, separate self and an inner being that is one with the universal spirit. And in this sense, every human has a sort of split personality. We're all kind of schizophrenic. Two people living within us. Two wolves fighting within us. They are in total opposition. The free will dictates which of these two sides will have its way in your life at any given moment. It is up for you to decide which part of your personality you will focus upon. Because, dear viewer, I extend the concentration of my light to those who are demonstrating my laws. O man, in giving my life, in breathing my breath, establish within yourself the solidarity, the contentment, the bliss of living rightly, that I may know, that I may feel the glorious pulsation of the being of you, and speaking my words, let them ring clear, let them be dear and near to you, that others may understand, realize I am not the expression of self, I am only the boundless, unselfish utterances of the heart and the soul that sees me and others. None can bring about the working of my laws unless they first have established their right within my light. Reach not for golden prizes of desire, for they shall reflect the light. They are not of the light. They are not pure light. They are mere reflections. Look not into the mirrors of space, for eyes that see are blind to me. And though the prize be golden, my light does not reflect. Express the being of me in life. Extend me in the action, that I may feel the thrill of doing for another whose need is great, that I may know success in manifesting you to bring about the me in others, that their eyes may see through thee to me, not reflection, not illusion, but the purity, the reality I have instilled within you of me, of your knowledge of God, as a clear conduit for the God force to flow throughout this land in a sincere and authentic, powerful display of divinity, not to be siphoned off into this new Christian Reich, to send off to war, but to establish this new earth through every moment in this perfect now moment through your intention. And so it is.